Spain is still cheaper than the United States in 2026, but that doesn't mean it will feel cheaper when you live here. On paper, the numbers are clear. Average rent across much of Spain remains dramatically lower than in major U.S. cities. Healthcare costs are a fraction of what many Americans pay. Eating out is still accessible. Public infrastructure reduces daily expenses. And yet, some retirees arrive expecting a financial transformation and instead experience something more complicated. The misunderstanding begins with one assumption, that Spain is cheap everywhere. It isn't. Spain is structured differently, and the outcome depends almost entirely on where you choose to live and how closely your lifestyle aligns with that structure. Here's what most retirees don't calculate when they hear Spain is affordable. They assume the discount is automatic. It's not. Let's start with housing, because that's where the budget is either stabilized or quietly stretched. Outside the most competitive markets, long-term rent for a 1- or 2-bedroom apartment can range between 750 and 1,100 euros per month. In secondary cities and inland provincial towns, you can still find well-maintained properties under 900 euros. Purchase prices in inland regions remain some of the lowest in Western Europe. In certain areas below 1,000 euros per square meter. Compared to many parts of the United States, that's a substantial gap. In mid-sized American cities, comparable rentals frequently exceed $1,500 to $2,000 per month. In high-demand metro areas, the gap becomes even wider. This is the attractive side of Spain. But this is also where Spain stops being cheap. In 2026, prime coastal areas, parts of Málaga province, Alicante's most sought-after zones, the Balearic Islands, operate in a completely different pricing environment. Long-term rentals in desirable neighborhoods regularly exceed 1,500 euros per month. Purchase prices have risen steadily, influenced by Northern European demand, remote workers, and limited inventory. What many retirees imagine as coastal Spain is often the most internationally priced segment of the market. This is where expectations break. If your plan is to live within walking distance of the marina, surrounded by other English speakers, in one of the most photographed neighborhoods on the Mediterranean, your budget may start to resemble what you left behind. But here's what changes the equation entirely. Move 20 to 40 minutes inland, and the numbers can shift dramatically. The same province, the same climate. Access to the coast within a short drive. Yet rent drops, purchase prices soften, and competition decreases. Spain's affordability is not uniform. It is geographic. Now let's turn to healthcare. Because for many Americans in particular, this is where the emotional relief begins. In the United States, healthcare costs in retirement can feel unpredictable and heavy. Premiums, deductibles to supplemental plans, co-pays. Even well-insured retirees often spend hundreds or thousands per month combined. Spain operates differently. The public healthcare system is comprehensive and widely regarded as one of Europe's strongest. Residents who qualify gain access to primary care, specialists, and hospitals without the complex billing structures common in the U.S. Private health insurance, which many retirees carry especially during early residency stages, often ranges between 100 and 250 euros per person per month, depending on age and coverage. No deductibles, no surprise invoices. Predictable monthly cost. For many Americans, healthcare alone justifies the move. But it isn't automatic. Certain residency pathways require private insurance without co-payments. You must demonstrate sufficient income to qualify for residency. Healthcare is affordable, but it sits inside a regulatory framework that requires preparation. Still, when retirees compare the psychological weight of healthcare costs back home to the relative clarity of the Spanish system, the difference is substantial. Now we move into the most underestimated part of this conversation: the lifestyle inflation effect. Spain does not usually make retirees poor. It often makes them live more, and that can increase spending. It's common to meet retirees who budgeted 2,000 euros per month and ended up spending 2,800 without feeling extravagant. They didn't upgrade to luxury property. They didn't start buying designer goods. They simply began participating in daily Spanish life. Lunch out 3 times per week, because the menu del dia is 14 euros and includes wine. Weekend trips to Valencia or Granada because high-speed trains make it easy. Hosting visiting family more often. Joining local clubs. Taking language classes. Traveling within Europe because flights are short and inexpensive. Individually, none of these choices feel expensive. Collectively, they expand the monthly total. Groceries in Spain remain generally lower than in the US, particularly for fresh produce, olive oil, bread, and local wine. A couple might spend 400 to 600 euros per month cooking at home comfortably. Dining out remains comparatively affordable. A quality dinner for 2 with wine in many cities can still land under 60 euros. That same dinner in many American metro areas easily doubles. Utilities vary by region and season. Electricity costs can rise during peak summer cooling periods, especially in hotter southern zones. But internet and mobile services are typically cheaper than North American equivalents. None of these categories are extreme. The shift happens because retirees often adopt a richer daily rhythm, and this is where expectations break again. If you attempt to recreate your previous lifestyle, but expect it to cost half as much, the math may disappoint you. If you allow your lifestyle to adapt to Spain's structure, the value becomes clearer. Now let's briefly address taxes and residency without overcomplicating it. Spain does tax worldwide income for residents. That includes pensions and investment income. Rates are progressive. Property taxes exist, but are often lower than many U.S. equivalents. Some regions have wealth tax thresholds. Inheritance rules vary by autonomous community. For most retirees, these are not deal breakers. They are planning variables. Visa requirements also require proof of sufficient income. Authorities want to see that you can support yourself without working locally. There are application costs, translation fees, possibly legal assistance. Here's what most retirees don't calculate. The first year often carries slightly higher administrative costs than expected. Residency paperwork, insurance setup, banking, professional advice. After that, ongoing costs stabilize. The fiscal side matters, but it rarely defines the experience unless ignored. Now let's bring everything together with the real affordability gap. There are effectively two Spains when it comes to retirement budgets: the prime coastal bubble and the broader inland and secondary city market. In the prime coastal bubble, prices reflect international demand. Housing is competitive. Restaurants may be priced toward tourism. English is widely spoken. The environment feels familiar. In inland towns and secondary cities, the pricing reflects local Spanish income levels. Rents are lower. Daily expenses align with regional wages. Community life feels more integrated. A retired couple living outside the most expensive zones might realistically spend 800 to 1,200 euros on rent, 400 to 600 euros on groceries, 100 to 180 euros on utilities and internet, 200 to 400 euros on private healthcare, for 300 to 600 euros on transport, dining, and leisure. That places a comfortable range roughly between 1,800 and 2,900 euros per month, depending on choices. In many parts of the United States, similar lifestyle categories, especially housing and healthcare, can easily push monthly totals beyond $3,500 to $5,000. The gap with the United Kingdom is narrower, but Spain often remains ahead in housing and dining categories. But here's the core truth. Spain is not universally cheap. It is selectively affordable. If you choose high-demand coastal enclaves and maintain a consumption pattern identical to your previous life, the savings narrow quickly. If you choose strategically, location, property type, daily habits, the structural advantages become very real. Lower housing baseline outside prime zones, predictable healthcare costs, public infrastructure that reduces dependence on cars, walkable communities that lower incidental spending. Spain is not cheap by accident. It is affordable by structure. If you align with that structure, it works. If you try to import your old lifestyle unchanged, it doesn't. And that distinction is what separates retirees who feel financially lighter from those who feel mildly surprised 6 months in. Spain in 2026 still offers one of the most compelling value propositions in Western Europe for retirees who plan carefully. But it rewards clarity, not assumptions. The dream works, but only when you understand the math behind it.